Thank you very much, no, for that question. Number one, no, as I said a while back, no, the development, no, or the making of a developmental pediatrician really takes time. No? We have to do pediatrics, we have to do developmental pediatrics as a subspecialty. Some of us even go for further subspecialization of our subspecialty. No? And as of now, we are already 98 strong and still, no, insufficient or inadequate in terms of being able to serve, no, the children that need our expertise and our service, no, across the nation. But no, it is not only the developmental pediatrician that can give a diagnosis, for example, no, of autism, and for that matter, you know, the other developmental conditions. No? There are also neurologists who have been trained to do that, neurodevelopmentalists, in fact, you know, are part of, you know, our society as well. We have colleagues who are trained in neurodevelopment. And then there are also child psychiatrists who can give that same diagnosis. Now, we have been you know, asked about this, especially because, for example, PWD cards, which are very hard to get, no, always require a medical certificate. No? So it is not just the developmental pediatrician who can provide the diagnosis. So there are other medical professionals. And then, because we cannot duplicate ourselves as much, no? Sabi ng teacher, Kay, paraming Pokemon. we hope paraming, ano ba yung naulanan, gremlins ba? Na pag naulanan, pag nabasa, we can duplicate ourselves. But it's really, you know, it takes a long process, no, for us to have a certified developmental and behavioral pediatrician. We are trying to have at least some allies, no, among our general pediatric practitioners, so that they be able to provide screening. No? And when we say that, no, of course it's a screening, it's not a diagnosis, but at least the symptoms are identified, no? And intervention can already be put in place before the child is able to see developmental pediatrician or the other medical professionals that I talked about. So that the intervention is already happening. So that is, I think, how we are also trying to address that. And as I said also, hopefully we can empower more parents, no? Because parents are really, you know, a core pillar in terms of the management for children with autism spectrum disorder.